Hello. All we need is love for Christmas and forever. Davy is 9 years old. He is a cute, bubbly boy full of energy and enthusiasm. He lives with his mom and dad in the heart of the breathtaking cosmopolitan Madrid. Madrid is the capital of Spain, a huge city with many beautiful buildings, modern shopping malls, and lovely, well-kept parks. David has a loving and caring family. His mom is a successful businesswoman who has a chain of jewelry shops all over Spain, and his dad is a high-profile lawyer working for Madrid Court of Justice. Being very wealthy, his parents try to offer David everything his heart desires. Last winter, they took him to Disneyland for his birthday, which is just after Christmas, for a whole week. Plus, about a few weeks ago, they bought him a brand new bike and the latest video games. However, David doesn't see his parents nor his friends very often, and that makes him quite sad. His parents are always busy with work, and they don't spend too much time together. His parents usually get home just in time for dinner, and they are so tired and stressed out that dinner is usually quiet and tense. Mom used to read him bedtime stories, but now she doesn't have time anymore. Every evening she makes the same promise. We'll read a story together tomorrow. I'm sorry, son, but tonight I'm exhausted. And then she kisses him goodnight. Weekends are busy too. David usually spends his time with his nanny, Claire, while his mom and dad attend cocktail parties, glamorous events, and conferences where they socialize with influential and important people. David doesn't see his friends too much either. They used to live in Salamanca, a beautiful neighborhood in Madrid. Salamanca is his birthplace, where he grew up and where all his friends live. His childhood friends, the boys and girls that are just like his own brothers and sisters, Antonio, Manuel, Carmen Maria, Pedro, Isabel. About a month ago, his parents decided to move to the center of Madrid, and they bought a much bigger house in the heart of the Spanish capital. They wanted to celebrate their 15-year marriage anniversary and the fact that his dad was appointed judge. When David first heard of their decision, he was excited. The center of Madrid was fabulous, and his parents were overjoyed at the idea of moving into a new, modern house. David still sees his friends at school, and that makes him really happy. He relishes every second they spend together at school during the lessons and during their breaks. In the past, they used to spend a couple of hours together after classes, riding bikes, flying kites, playing football and tennis together in the nearby park. Now, he can't do that anymore. His nanny or his dad's driver picks him up from school and they go straight home. Weekends are not the same anymore either. He either has to stay at home while his parents are away working or attending work events and conferences, or he is dragged along to a social event or another. His parents are too busy to drive him to his old neighborhood for a couple of hours at the weekend to hang out with his friends. David loves playing with Lego, and he is very creative. He plays hours on end, and he can create an entire city out of Lego pieces. A city with a hospital, a police station, a fire station, a museum, and houses. His parents used to help him, and they used to build a Lego city together. But not now. Neither his dad nor his mom has time to play with him. "Mom, can you play with me?" David often asks. "Later, honey. I'm really busy now. Sorry, son," is the reply he always gets. David goes to his dad's office, gingerly knocks and asks, "Dad, can you play with me, please?" But Dad is always reading his lawyer books, or he's on the phone, or preparing for an important lawsuit. "David, can't you see that I'm extremely busy? I don't have time for your games. Ask Claire," he shouts. David often goes to bed crying. He cries himself to sleep. The new, beautiful house with indoor swimming pool and tennis court doesn't make him happy at all. He is lonely, so lonely. He was excited about his new room and the pool for the first few days, but then the loneliness took over and excitement was soon replaced by sadness. Weekends are the worst. Minutes and hours dragging. He's alone in the big empty house. Just him and his nanny. His only happy moments are when he goes to school in his old neighborhood and he sees his friends. When they meet up, everything is okay again. In the old school in Salamanca is where he feels at home. His teacher, Miss Tanya, looks at him lovingly and hugs him. She sometimes asks him if he's okay, if he likes his new home. "Yes, miss, it is big, very big, and my room is so beautiful, and we even have a swimming pool," he says. He doesn't actually care much about the house, or his room, or the swimming pool. But his parents do. They keep telling him how lucky he is to have all these things. So David started believing this himself, that he should appreciate these things more, the big house, and his beautiful room and the pool. Nobody in his class has any of these things. But David misses his friends, misses hanging out with them every single day after school. He really does. In the afternoon, when classes are over and he has to leave, he gives them big bear hugs. "See you tomorrow," he says. But tomorrow is so far for him. His friends go to the park as usual, riding bikes and flying kites, laughing and giggling. David has to go back to his big, empty house in the center of Madrid. It's November, and Carmen Maria is excited. Her birthday is in a week. She is turning 10. She's the first one in their class to turn 10. Every year, her parents throw a big party in the garden of their house, and she invites all of her classmates. There are 20 kids in their class. She has 21 invitations that she designs herself with ponies and rainbows. She always invites Miss Tanya, who is the best teacher in the world. She gives everyone an invitation. The party is on Saturday, and she's talking excitedly about the vanilla birthday cake and the yummy cupcakes and her new pink dress and the balloons and party hats. So exciting. There will be music, there will be games and surprises for all the kids. There will be even a piñata full of candies and toys. It's evening now. David is really excited about the party and can't wait to tell his parents. When they sit down to have dinner, he brings a colorful invitation along. "It's Carmen Maria's birthday party next Saturday, and I want to get her something really nice. She turns 10, David says cheerfully. "Next Saturday?" Mom asks. "Such bad timing, love. I need to fly to London with Dad for a really important event. You know, we are renting out in Europe and we are opening our first jewelry store in London next weekend. The whole press is talking about it and British celebrities haven't been invited. It is going to be the event of the year. I'm sure of it. We want to take you along and you can visit London with your nanny. What do you think? We booked flights and you've got a nice window seat just the way you like it." David doesn't say a thing. His big, happy smile disappears. A window seat and a trip to London, while all his friends are running and playing in Carmen Maria's lovely garden, eating her mom's delicious vanilla cake and having so much fun. "Darling, don't be sad," his mom says. "There will be other birthday parties. Anyway, we are thinking about you moving school. Dad and I found a wonderful British school and we went to speak to the manager a few days ago. The school has some great facilities, a science lab and a language lab and a school canteen with very healthy food. Some of the teachers are British and you will learn German and Mandarin, which are extremely important. There is a chess club and you will attend public speaking workshops. It is wonderful, really wonderful. You are so lucky that Dad and I work so hard and we can afford to pay the tuition fees. It is the best school in Madrid." "I think it is the best school in Spain, dear," Dad adds. "David, your future will be great. All you need to do is listen to us and work hard. You can even learn to play the piano or the guitar. Whatever instrument you want, actually. Your choice. They have the best teachers," Dad concludes. David starts crying. Tiny tears are running down his cheeks. He can't say a word. All these plans for him, for his future. He doesn't want any of it. He doesn't want a fancy school with its fancy facilities and its fancy British teachers. All he wants is to be in Miss Tanya's class with his friends, the best friends in the world. "David, don't cry, don't be silly. You're being such a baby," his dad says, staring at him. "David, we're doing all this for you, can't you see?" Mom says gently. "We love you so much, son. It might be a bit difficult at first, but you'll get used to your new school. You'll make new friends, and you'll love your new life. I think it's actually exciting," says Mom, smiling at him and giving him a big bear hug. "Anyway, We are planning for you to move to the new school in January, so you still have a little time with your friends, she adds. This is the end of part 1. Bye.